Hello everybody, we are back trying to say hello to you. Singing song. With song. I like Electro House.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Got some stuff for you guys. Got some things. So, I don't know if everybody is having any chat issues, but let's go ahead and refresh the page. Try to get chat up and running because I got some RP cards I want to give away. If you guys want some RP, it's up to you. Need to have some chatter in the chat room though. This quietness is killing me.
Just give all the RP to me. That's fine.
Oh, give it to
we have a
Kizashi.
volunteer. We have a volunteer.
All right, Tyrone, Teheman, Teheman. The new win.
Nyujin.
There we go. I talk about RP and then people want to actually like talk. That's cool. I gotta bribe you guys to chat. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I do have some cards. Zach went out and got some for us. Check it out.
I'm telling you, you guys should just join the Twitch chat and come chat with us. That way we can interact with you and give you some lovin'.
That's where they were. The new one. Yeah, I really did. Those picks were pretty good against you guys until you guys did a really good job on dealing with the AD. And I also thought that Zach was going to build a little bit more AP to kind of go around this. I don't know.
Nope.
Didn't happen.
Nope. He was too busy dealing with that hard Nasus in top lane and just having so many difficulties.
Yeah.
Nasus. Oh.
Alright. Alright. Stand by. So, let's look here. You guys, you want some awesome RP card? I'm gonna give away one. Oh, who's playing next? We're gonna have CJ Bulldogs and U2Q.
That's unwilling to quit versus Yeti bot.
That's I don't know what I said.
It sounded like a 1v5 for a second. It was CJ Bulldogs against unwilling to quit.
Oh, that's it. CJ Bulldogs. That's it. All the rest of them aren't gonna play.
I see.
Yeah, that was right. Yeti bot. Lacing the bat. Good, man. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me find this. I don't know if you've ever been on our site before and checked out our stream, but the way that we do things is we have a countdown for our rolling the dice to get started. Check it out. Damn. There it is. And I like America, so I got a flag. Because that's also how it is.
America.
Alright, fellas, so since you know how it is, and I'm not going to roll this dice until I see you count down from 10, and everybody has to make a bunch of 10s and 9s, and just make a bunch of mess in the chat room. So start it whenever you want.
Or cute fluffy kittens, that is also acceptable for
Really close to 10, but not so much. Oh, hey, before you guys hate Toxic Mushroom, yeah, Opagism, there it is. Oh, see, thanks, CJ. There's 10. So we're going to be rolling it, and if you're not following it, we're not going to give it to you. So keep going. I see 9s and 10s, and then a 1-1, so bye. 7.
9,
6.
10,
You guys
3,
suck.
7,
You guys are horrible.
3.1, 4.
Morrow Defender. Are you even in here?
I don't know.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Let's give him a countdown. 5, 4.
Click the Royal
Safe.
Man. Who's that?
2, 1. Oh, never mind. I don't even know if these people are here.
They gotta be. We don't have any games going right now. Like we're sitting here in chat. So what we should be doing is hanging out. Not one. That's a lot of ones and zeros. That probably says something mean about my mom in binary. Alright, I'm gonna roll again since no one wants it. Oh, Metric 08, you're not following me. So guess what? None for you. Gunbay, you can't have it either. Oh my god, who is this? Who is that?
we can't give it to him. We can't.
Sorry.
We
can't. Lose. You can't have this.
No, we can't. We can't. Just don't.
This doesn't work.
Just don't. No. That no. No.
All right.
Because you didn't play Quinn for me today. That's why.
Yeah, you didn't play Quinn? What is up with that?
Rude, man.
Hey, Dean, I will restart it. I have 3 more, so I'll start it over again. Vanuan gets this one.
No, you know what? You should just send V Nyugen's card number to me, and I'll give it to him eventually.
Oh, you will? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Just send me the card number onto my League client so I can copy and paste it into the reward. I mean, copy and paste it to the right person.
Well, okay, Vian whatever. So, we'll just go ahead and send me a message on Twitch, and I'll send it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the new brackets up. We have the brackets done, and we'll make sure that's up there. We're doing the brackets. Doing the brackets.
All right.
That works. Yeah. Yeah, you can start. Go ahead. Hey, where'd the music? I'm gonna turn the music back on.
Yep, sounds good. Oh.
What's up?
The bands are going down.
Oh, okay.
I'm just enjoying it. And you guys don't get to look.
Ha ha. I'm gonna put the music back on, and I'm gonna update the bracket, all pretty like, and then I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay, you can't listen to all that. I like this song better. These guys are rude. They just make bad words all the time. Oh yeah.
I wasn't born yesterday, but I've succumbed to your wicked ways.
Yeah. Can do a little bit of dancing.
Up and away, up and away, up and away. Seem to think I'm your property, and your misconduct is trashing me.
That's the fish dance.
Now I'm searching for the debris.
Reminds me of Night at the Roxbury.
At my level.
I'm a victim.
Every time I dance, or every time I bob my hair, it moves as a whole unit.
Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. You guys go ahead and keep active on that chat, and I'll send you out RP. If you don't keep active, I'm just gonna keep it myself because I like RP because I like to buy stuff. So she has 2 eyes. Yeah.
2 eyes, 2 sheds,
2 eyes.
5 AP.
Zed. So Zed. Why wouldn't? All right, Nick. Chill here. Talk us about his good time.
Nick 152 wants RP. Dean wants that code badly.
To let you
He'll
know.
cry.
The bracket is updated on the forum. Go ahead and just refresh the bracket. You can see the new one. As well as games should be starting in just a minute. I like this song. It makes me dance. Yetibot versus dot dot dot. Semifinals. This is a best of 3, just to let you know. So it might last a really long time, but that's okay because you get to hang out with me and Yasashi, which is awesome. I like to hang out with me.
Hey, what about me?
I like to hang out with me.
What? What? No. Love me.
And I can't wait to talk about these picks. It's gonna be good times.
Naijin only hangs out with me because I'm Vietnamese. That's hurtful, man. That's hurtful.
It's not your fault. I don't blame him, but it's not your fault.
So if I were like blue and still Vietnamese, you wouldn't hang out with me?
Me?
No, I knew Vinai Nanjujin.
You've really rubbed me up the wrong way.
Clutch, I'm glad you would do yourself. I'm very happy to hear that.
I do. That's good, because I don't think anybody else will. Kapow! Kapow!
Alright, and looks like that champ select is finished.
Nice. Let's check them out.
For the bands on Yetibot, we got Fizz, Nazus, and Azriel.
Yeah. Someone's got a screwdriver thrown at me.
So,
I'm trying music.
just so you know, Teehee Whoop, we intentionally butcher his name because of an ordeal that we had about 2 weeks ago. And I was branded as a very mean man. But it changes every time we say it now. From Naijin to Naijigenjun to
No, they're all wrong.
Wingwin.
It's Vinagayan.
Vinegar Win.
Vinegar Win.
Vinegar.
That works. Yeah, Michelle, you don't want to fight racist.
But yeah, these bands are looking pretty solid. And then for Unwilling to Quit, they banned out Rengar, which I completely agree with, Evelyn and Shyvana. And you know, I can get behind all 3 of those bands. Those are 3 hard to deal with champions at the moment.
Yeah, Rengar needs to be out of there, yeah, definitely. But let me tell you, the Fizz, the Nasus, the Ezreal, Yep, that's pretty common against U2Q.
Yep, I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see the 4 champions. I'm really glad to see banned are Rengar, Evelyn, Shyvana, and Nasus. All 4 of those just have this huge potential to become a problem late game, and Well, Evelyn's just annoying throughout the match because of the recent vision changes. She can just sneak around
User
wherever
was
she
moved to your
wants.
channel.
But anyway, check this out, man. I love seeing Olaf back in the game. I used to play Olaf just for fun because I really enjoy throwing axes at people's face. Not in real life, in game. So, but yeah, look at this Soraka pick. What do you think? We got some really heavy tank, high damage but high tank on the on Unwilling to Quit's team. Why do you think they did that?
For Unwilling to Quit, they have Jarvan, Renekton, and Tarek, and they're all gonna be fat together. That's gonna be really tough to deal with. And with Jarvan, the specialty here is that he can lock whoever he wants down. Renekton can jump on top of them, and Tarek can add a little more CC on top of that. And Gragas can just really help zone out team fights if he chooses to do so, or he can just save his barrel as an execute, which we've seen that plenty of time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, for Yetibot though, I personally like the Soraka pick. She's been very strong ever since those feed support changes that they made, and the money that she gets can really help her out late game, and she can be nuke healing everyone on her team.
Yes. Oops, clicked the wrong one. Where'd you go, Yasashi?
I just left. I left.
That's fine. I'll deal with that. So I'll just go back in game. Yeah, you get to see these guys load up. Yeah, that's a lot of fatness together right there.
Yeah, Olaf and Soraka are going to be scary together. That's one thing I can't wait to see. Just being able to heal Olaf up, and like whenever he's low on health, and you just give him that extra boost, that's just gonna help him. And I'm pretty pumped to see how that works out, if they can utilize those heals, time them correctly, and get Olaf rolling down the hill.
Yes. Man, Olaf rolling down the hill is scary. I would never want to push him down a hill. I have this feeling that he would just stop and then come back after me.
It's like if he were to roll down the hill and use Ragnarok, he would essentially become unstoppable. And he does true damage on the way down, forever.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I gotta say already, they're even up. Both teams buying items, getting trinkets, walking around. This is I'm just gonna cast every single thing that happens. Renekton takes left foot, then right footsteps, walking out of the base.
His tail swinging on behind him.
Wow, he's impressive.
Dean, you're really mean. I'm still here. Why don't you love me?
It's because you called him Deanne.
Yeah, probably. Justified.
Clutch. Bad clutch, no.
Oh man, and here we go. We got Yetibot taking a very offensive position. They're going through that top tri-bush on the top end of the map, and they're looking for whoever they can find. And if Renekton doesn't start moving, he might get caught out from behind. And now they're posting up at the red buff. Oh man! Renekton has no idea, and here they come around the corner. Renekton's gonna get seen. There's the undertow to slow him down.
Oh man!
And another one. Oh gee, then he's just gonna happily, slice and dice on out of there.
This is it's very common to see this on Yetibot. They're very aggressive. They take unique paths to get in the way and try, if they don't see anybody at red, which is common for J4, they will go around and try to pick it up. That's why they went that way around to Renekton. But now that they're safe, they like to get that first blood, just to really have one person back out. We have J4 laughing. It's fun. Now, again, as usual, these creeps are gonna get ganked by 4 people or more.
Rude.
Here
That's
goes.
rude.
Sivir throws lightning bolts, shatter, death, doom.
You know, they did such a great job on this Silver Skin remake. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, looks like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and you know what? Snowstorm Silver looks awesome. Throwing the snowflake. Yeah.
I like snowflakes.
I'm glad. I do also.
Awesome. All right. So we talked about the matchup, about how this is going to play out, and we, of course, we can't talk about. We're not Nostradamus. We can't guess. We just, assume. Wish I was Nostradamus.
So the matchup I'm excited to see is Sivir Soraka against Taric and Lucian. With Soraka on your side, you can spam your spells endlessly and just keep throwing that stuff out there. And on top of that, she just heals you right back up. So the Soraka Sivir lane have a lot of harass and sustain. However, they don't have the kill potential that Taric and Lucian have. So we'll have to see how this lane plays out.
They're going to have to decide who they're going to be attacking. We already have a Vi on top lane looking to get on this Renekton. Here comes CJ Bulldogs, goes winding up, and then backs it off. We do have, over here in this tri-bush, we do have Lethal Mongoose come walking around. What's going to happen here? This is going to be unique. Have a 2 1v1 battle here. They'll back off.
Vi slapping Jarvan for a pretty good chunk of health right there. So
we like to call that love taps from Vi.
And now, Jarvan's just going to go ahead and walk away. Both of them walking away from that. And check out the pressure that's getting put down in bot lane. Sivir and Soraka are just confidently pushing up against that. Especially because now they know Jarvan was up in top. So they're doing what they do. And in top lane, Renekton laying down a lot of damage on Olaf near that tower. Olaf's just going to do his best to heal it all back up, though, with vicious strikes.
Yeah, the major problem that is going to occur is if Renekton doesn't continue on this onslaught, Olaf is going to end up doing a whole lot of damage to him later on with those true damage, which it looks like he is leveling up his reckless swing.
Yeah.
Now there was a flash that was pushed from Umpajis. Matabi was going to try to go in there and stun him and get some attack, but Olaf backed off just in time. That probably would have been a disaster for Ziggs. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Ziggs. And there goes Renekton going in on Olaf, and the Ignite goes down to Renekton, and Renekton is forced to turn around, and the Undertow barely misses him, and Renekton is going to be able to walk away from that one. But wow, what an extremely close lane between the two.
Yes, that Ignite. I really don't like to die to Ignite. It bothers me so much. And over middle lane, I don't get to talk about middle lane very much because generally it's usually either ganks that are happening or it's just a farm. They need to farm up and try to save up for later. But in this matchup, you can look at they're actually running pretty close, but Orianna's kind of winning on the CS, which I assume happens because Orianna's crazy with CSing with that ball.
Yeah, and Orianna also has the range factor to take into consideration because Gragas only relies on his barrels early on
the bottom lane. Vi.
Yep.
Vi comes in for a gank to try to come in there against Taric, but Taric is almost going to get out. Sivir does throw her boomerang blader out and gets that damage. Taric is now behind. Hopefully, U2Q Phoenix is going to be able to pull out his CS while under duress from these guys, because now they can put the pressure down.
Jeez, and look at those Sivir. Her ricochet just goes so far, and without having a maximum number of bounces, it just keeps going on forever, and it laid a lot of damage into U2Q Phoenix just now.
Yeah, it hits everybody once. Doesn't matter, it just keeps going. And top lane, Renekton is still putting a lot of pressure onto Olaf, while any time that Vi is showing her face around anywhere top or mid, which is pretty awesome.
Ooh, and in top lane, they had a little skirmish up there, and Oompajism did end up popping his ult, and so now he's looking to dive Ziggs right now. Is he going to be able to do it? There goes the stun, there's the spin, Slice and Dice goes down, but he's not going to be able to grab the kill, and the tower is going to take down Oompajism. Oh, man.
That was very, very close.
Very, very good dance by Olaf around that tower right there. A little awesome. A little overconfident on Upajism's end right there. He really thought he could get the execute off on Olaf, but unfortunately that just didn't go well for him.
You probably, in those cases where you're really close, it would probably been really awesome to go in with your slice, stun, attack a couple times, get your double attack off if you have the rage, and then just go ahead and dice out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And if he had used the Fury Charge Slice and Dice, he would have also gotten that armor reduction down, but I didn't quite see where that went.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But right now,
yeah, go ahead.
Between the two teams, the gold lead is in favor of Yetibot. They're about 1k up ahead in gold, and let's see if they can really get this game rolling with this tiny lead that they have.
Yeah, just, well, 1,000 gold can get you a whole lot of Doran's blades.
What's the map on that?
They're putting a lot of pressure on this bottom lane right now, and looks like we might be able to take down. There's a heal coming down, and oh my god, the flash with the culling.
Oh!
Beautiful. Yuzuki Phoenix gets that one last hit from that. Wow, that was gorgeous. Good job.
That was extremely close. Soraka was so close to getting away from that one. She used Sivir to body block for a bit, and I think she was hoping that she could get to the creeps in time, but unfortunately, that last bullet from the culling kind of swerved around the minions and landed on their face.
One bullet. And here comes Olaf. Now he's doing what I was talking about. He's able to come in here and Reckless Swing, but Renekton does lay down his ult and doing magic damage around, trying to get the stun off if he can before he gets in there. There it is. Lays wow. Able to get away. Vi comes on the bottom lane, goes on Yuzuki Phoenix. The culling does come down to try to do something, but he's not able to do anything to save his life. Tarek tried to heal, but there wasn't enough. Opajism is taking a lot of damage from the tower, but he's able to put a lot of pressure on this Olaf. So they're sitting pretty close. Renekton is sitting on top of him, luckily, but it looks like Yetibot is going to try to get this tower best he can.
And right now, Yetibot is going to go ahead and pick up that dragon, and that's going to extend their gold lead a little more. And in top lane, we got a duking it out up there. Olaf pops Ragnarok, but Renekton is forced to flash away, and he's going to get away from that one.
That was close. I was watching that.
Very.
Pop that Ragnarok and looking huge and all Nordic.
And red.
Red. Just angry. Wow. Like, the clear on Sivir now is just so fast.
Yeah, and with Soraka just backing her up with an infinite amount of mana, that's going to be hard. And there goes Jarvan jumping in there. Oh, a lot of damage going out on Blingy, and Lethal Mongoose ends up taking down Blingy. And Soraka is bloodthirsty for Lucian, but is getting turned around from the slaps coming out from Jarvan. And is she going to make it out of this one? She's swerving left and right, but there's the EQ from Jarvan, and U2Q Phoenix ends up picking up the kill.
That was a nice kill. Now, it looks like Phoenix is going to stay to get the CS as much as possible and push the lane because they have such an even matchup. They need to take some towers so that they can relieve the pressure on one of the lanes.
And right now, in mid lane, it's just kind of a farm fest, and Orianna is definitely leading this with about a 20 creep score lead on top of Gragas.
Yep. I like to see Ori matches because it can go really quickly from just a farm fest to oh my god, she's on my face, and everyone's all of a sudden there, and then nope, you can't leave.
Yeah, man, Oriannas that have great ball control are just very enjoyable to watch in lane. Watching them juggle the creep score and a little bit of harass is awesome.
Nick 152, I have to agree with you. Top lane is extremely bloodthirsty. Yeah, they go in it to win it. Honey. Or Renekton. If he would just use a weapon that makes sense, I think he would do really well.
No, but he's got that Klingon weapon.
Yeah.
I forget.
And then he goes in again, stuns him down. Renekton's gonna dice out, but he's gonna get slowed. Here comes a ghost coming down from Olaf. He's in a chase, so that means he's gonna get undertowed all day long. And,
Wow.
that's the damage. The ultimate that went down there from Renekton is doing the damage on this magic damage to Olaf while he's chasing. And that's pretty much the only damage that was done. He didn't stop and turn and hit or anything, or stun.
Yeah, Olaf is incredibly strong right now, and just his undertow is awesome. Right now it's on the 6.4 cooldown, but whenever he picks up his axe, it gets refreshed. 4.5 seconds gets shaved off of that cooldown every time he picks it up. So it's almost up every single time he lands a undertow and picks it back up. So he can almost have a permanent slow nowadays.
Yeah, and that's a permanent slow and damage. It's a really good weapon.
Absolutely.
Reckless swing is my favorite. I like the lightning. How hard do you have to be swinging to make lightning land? Whew. What a practice.
Pretty hard. I imagine people like Zeus have a pretty easy time doing so, though.
Bottom lane, we have the Cataclysm going down and a lot of damage happening, but Vi comes around from the back end. Looks like they got, what do we have?
Assault and battery goes down on top of Tarek. And really, they're just trading damage back and forth now, and they're going to be forced to back off Tarek. Using his heal to get them out of there. There goes Vaultbreaker on top of Jarvan. Jarvan barely makes it out of there alive.
Jarvan is on that little sliver status. But luckily, mid lane came down to help out because there was too many that was on bot lane. Top lane is still doing their thing, back and forth attacking. Let's look at the items now. We have Renekton running lots and lots of health, trying to deal with this true damage that Olaf really pushes out. And, well, hopefully he gets to finish an item. I'd like to see what he actually goes into. Looks like he's going to go, that Ruby Crystal, he'll probably go into Sunfire Cape.
You know, he's got that Ruby Crystal and the Giant Spell. He actually might be looking to get a Warmogs now, too.
Frozen Mallet?
Or Frozen Mallet. It can be any combination of thing coming out from this Renekton.
Yes. So, on Olaf, so we have some armor. You just can't, there's too many items. I think he's just going to build health all day, and that's it, just straight health. No, he's never going to finish an item. He's just going to have like a lot of Giant's belts and some Ruby Crystals.
You can never have too many belts on anyone.
It's true, especially Renekton. He put belts on his tail. Ooh.
And check out, wow. Yeah, top lane is just going back and forth constantly. And there they go. They're going in hard. Renekton pops his ult, and Ragnarok drops on Olaf, and he's running away as fast as he can.
Yeah, the thing is that the Renekton Olaf fight is so dynamically ridiculous because Renekton needs that stun so that he can get all of those attacks off and be able to either in or out his choice. Ragnarok just says no. It's his choice. Ragnarok's down though, so if Renekton goes in on him, which he decided not to, he can go in. Didn't feel like it. I really wanted that fight to happen.
I was waiting for it.
It didn't happen again. Alright, I'm looking away from this top lane. I really want it to happen, and I gotta look it away. I'm just gonna stare at it till it does.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted to this.
Addicted to your love, Renekton. Bottom lane, we got Lucian coming in here, but we have a Vault Breaker coming in. Bam! Hitting him in the face, and it ultimately goes down to Lucian. Assault and Battery. Again, the damage is happening all over the place, but Tarek is playing that back line, or front line in this case. Lucian culling, throws down, but does not get that last hit. Lucian goes down, Tarek goes down. Amazing. Wow.
That's two great kills right there for Yeti bot lane right there. Art Thief on Soraka barely made it out there alive. That Coaling was about to take him down again, but luckily he was able to get Sever the body block for him. And now they catch Jarvan out in the river, so he's going to be forced to EQ away. And now they're looking to go ahead and take the second dragon of the game.
All right, second dragon that's going to put him ahead just a little bit because they're already ahead just a little bit. But that dragon puts him ahead up to that 4K mark. Well, almost 3.8 or 3.4. That's still, I don't even know what the. Where is
Carmen Sandiego?
No. Yeah. Wow. No, I'd say where's our our person to Shanks McShiv.
Unfortunately, he's not here, so I'm heartbroken.
I can't do math.
However, we do have Tito Mosquito in chat saying hi.
Tito
Hello.
Mosquito, hey, I need you to do me a favor, Tito, and find out how much 2,400 or 2,300 is in Doran's blades for me. Alright, cool, thanks.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Alright. And top lane, they're doing the same thing. It looks like he... Okay. Renekton went and got the Warden's mail.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where he's going. So we're going to go ahead and not talk about that, and I'm going to look away from top lane again.
Well, while you're looking away from top lane, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Olaf a little bit. he actually completed his Frozen Heart there, so now, look, they're duking it out. Oh, never mind, they're not anymore.
I just looked at it, Yusashi. You can't do that to me. Now I'm heartbroken. I'm looking away again.
Oh, and Renekton pops his ult, and he's trying to go in on Olaf. Olaf turns around and slaps him in the face, but nothing's going to happen. No, this is just, they're teasing us. They're teasing us. I give up.
Okay, that's it. Alright, 5.5 Doran Blade, Tito. Perfect. Alright, we're going to do this again. At what mark does it take to get to 10? I like doing this. It's fun. I'm going to say 25. 26. Could be way wrong, though.
You might be. You might be.
Looking at top lane. They're having a duke out right now. Ignite goes down. Ragnarok is attacking him. One more just second. He goes down. He kills him. That fight is amazing. Oh, I'm glad I looked up there now. And here comes. Check this out. We got a flash over with the attack. Ragnarok's down, so he's going to get attacked. Headbutt for the win. Headbutt death. You'd never want that death.
Yeah, even though Gragas missed his exploding cask, he was able to go ahead and execute Olaf, finally.
Headbutt. And bottom lane, we have the Culling coming in, too. Go ahead and grab this for me, Isashi. Never mind.
There goes. Oh, yep.
Good job, Isashi.
Interesting enough, it's 3v2 down there, and Jarvan's gonna go, and he turns around, and Vi's coming back, and there she is with Vaultbreaker. Renekton coming in from behind. Oh man, Sivir, are you in trouble? No, she's not. She's turning around and throwing boomerangs at people's faces.
Boomerang blades, even. So now we have Renekton's teleport down now because he teleported in to go do it like an assassin, and from behind, and he wasn't able to get it, get him. But it looks like Vi is going to take that red happily.
Yeah, she just wants that down so no one else takes it. Selfish.
Sure. And I think Dragon should be up in just like a minute and a half or so, real soon. Renekton is staying really heavily on this bottom lane. I'm not sure if there's going to be a switch or if he's just holding it because it's really low on life. Olaf is going to push on this top lane, though. Hopefully Jarvan can go over there and help him out. Phoenix.
It looks... Oh... Nothing happens. A match full of teases.
That's it. I'm not... Less tease, more play. It's good, though. It's high-level play. That's what happens. The teasing is actually them being cautious about their actions, and it's not just a bunch of, let's hope I win. They're actually thinking about it. So they give blue, good guy style, to Orianna. And Orianna with blue, to me, is one of the scariest things, because she already has low cooldown, as it is. Her able just to move that ball around and just attack constantly and not have to worry about her mana, that's scary.
Yeah, I agree. That blue buff gives her a lot more control over her abilities. It makes her play so fluidly. It's such a great feeling whenever you get blue buff on Orianna. And Gunbei, yeah, Captain Jack spell sheet is coming out on this match just instantly going off. It's pretty impressive. I don't know if you were able to catch last night's OGN matches, but they were pretty good. Pretty good. Great performance by SKT Telecom T1K. What a long name.
SKT T1.
It's SKT T1K.
Oh, it's K. Yeah.
Yeah. I always have to think about what letter it is.
Alright, top lane. Guess what they're doing? Tickle.
I don't. We're done.
Go fast. Alright, a bottom lane we have Lucian putting that pressure back on there. But look at this attack speed that Sivir has with her ultimate playing the extra passive, but we got an assault and battery on top of Lucian. That poor guy get punched in the mouth all the way up into the air, and obviously, yeah, that's a lot of damage on top of Tarek. He is not fabulous enough to get away from there.
And this bot lane from Yadiba is just flexing their muscles. Oh man, that was such a great ult by Sivir because that caught Vi at the very tip of that ult's range, and that allowed her to get in range to assault and battery. And now she's walking around the jungle, she sees Gragas and sucker punches him in the back of the head. Vault Breaker drops in on him, and Gragas gets chunked down by Sivir, and Jarvan has no other choice but to back off of this one.
While that was happening, top turret went down to Olaf as there was no problem. Everybody was down there. They couldn't rotate up top, so he was easily able to push in. And it looks like they're going to go for the dragon, Yeti bot.
This is going to be the third dragon of the game, and all three of them have gone to Yeti bot so far. That's going to extend their gold lead to about 9k, and they're looking very strong right now. That 1k from the beginning of the match has now turned into 9k. What a great lead.
9k. Hey, Tito Mosquito, we're at the 22-minute mark. So how many Doran's Blazes is 9k? I like to use Tito. He's my little buddy.
He's a Tito the Mosquito.
Tito Mosquito! Yeah, so looking around here, we have that 9k, right? We have, was it 9k? Yeah, it's 9 almost. It's almost 9k, it's close enough. So we have, it's 23 minutes in, the damage is fairly high. So I think if they rotated really heavily, they could get the Baron if they wanted to. But I think they're happy with in lane just going ahead and doing what they've been doing.
Yeah, all their lanes are performing very, very well right now. I mean, just check out mid on Orianna. She hasn't really seen any action team fight wise, but she's sitting on a pretty hefty farm right there. She's about 60 ahead of Gragas in terms of creep score.
Bot lane have a damage and flashing going all over the place. The boomerang plays to take down Lucian, and we have one attack with that static shiv picking up the Tarek. That's another double kill for Sivir. Sivir is on a killing streak right now.
And I absolutely love what Sivir's doing with her build. She's got the Bloodthirster, Last Whisper, and the Static Shiv. Static Shiv on Sivir makes her a pushing monster. With the help of Ricochet and those lightning bolts coming out from Static Shiv, she just pushes endlessly. And Soraka's there to just feed her mana.
And as we were calling before, Olaf, late game, on top of this Renekton, there's just so much damage that can happen. The potential for damage from Olaf is outrageous.
Kind of like Tarek being outrageous.
Truly.
Truly. Absolutely. Fabulously. Wonderfully. But yeah, Olaf is looking really strong right now. He ended up picking up that Spirit Visage, and that's going to allow him to heal more from Vicious Strikes, and it's going to help him combat Renekton whenever Renekton pops his ultimate.
And the synergy that's going to have to happen here is the Cataclysm on at least a few people that can't get out. From ETQ, this Olaf there's the Cataclysm right there. It's 3v1 right now. The damage is coming down on top of Olaf. He's going to push forward because that's where his teammates are. Culling goes down, but doesn't do a whole lot. He has a lot of armor.
Wow.
Cataclysm is out there. You stun him. There it is. There's the stun, but doesn't matter. Ragnarok pulls him in there from the Orianna. Ultimate coming down, doing a whole lot of damage. Lucian goes down. Vault Breaker in again. And where is there going to be an assault battery? There it is on top.
There it is!
Bam! Knocks him down. Renekton is ulting, but he's not able. The Fury of the Sands cannot take him out. Actually, excuse me. The Dominus. Dominus can't save him from this fight. Here's going to be Tarek falling down. Oh my goodness, an ace. Orianna really pushing that team fight.
Wow. And that whole time, Sivir wasn't even there. She was using her abilities to split push, and she alone got that inhibitor. Now they're pushing, they're knocking on the Nexus towers right now. There goes one, and here comes the second one. Here's Lucian and Jarvan. They're going to do whatever they can to stop this, but I don't know if they can. Jarvan goes in there. Lucian taking a lot of the damage, and now they're turning their eyes to the Nexus, slapping away at it. Oh no!
It is.
And 50 gold goes to Olaf for that Nexus kill.
There it is. 50 gold richer, Olaf.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yes, it
I
did.
I've got to really, really give it to Oriana right there. You know, I have to give it to Olaf first off because he was the one who gathered their entire team all together when they were chasing him down. And then he was able to run through the jungle, met up with Oriana, and Oriana landed such a perfect shockwave right there. It was beautiful, and that just really let them steamroll. And meanwhile, Sivir was off in La La Land, pushing that bot tower's face in, and that really secured the Nexus kill for them. Awesome performance right there by Yeti Bot.
Yes, great job. Now, this is a best of 3, so we have at least one more and possibly another one if they have a tie.
Absolutely.
Play some music and dance a little bit because you know how I do. I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer. Good game, guys. That was, that just proves the ability that if you get just a few kills and you know where your minions are, you can push all the way to win.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to pay attention to it.
Very, very solid performance right there. I was
Yes.
thoroughly impressed with that.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Isashi and I are going to take a small little mini break. I'm going to put some music back on a little bit loud and get some water in us. Do some stretches, and we'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. If you guys are old enough to know what that is. LOL. Oh yeah. How are you guys doing?
Hello, guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Had a nice little break. I scarfed down some Cheerios. It was quite delicious.
Cheerios. All right. So check this out.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this game. We got round 2 of Yeti Bots versus U2Q, Unwilling to Quit, and yeah, the bans and the champions lists have gone out. Looks like Unwilling to Quit went ahead and banned Rengar, Evelyn, and Vi.
Yeah. And then on the Yeti bot side, we got Fiznast Solution. They decided to leave Ezreal open, as well as Kassadin. Kassadin and Ezreal are played on U2Q a lot. That's one of their very strong power plays.
Mm-hmm.
So we have kind of an unconventional. We have CJ Bulldogs. He's playing Galio in the jungle.
Yeah, so that'll be very interesting to see. And then we got Ziggs going mid, I assume, and I don't know who we're gonna see in the AD carry role on the bot lane, but we have both Vayne and Jinx coming out for excuse me, for Yeti Dogs. Or
Yeti bot.
Excuse me, Yeti Dogs.
Yeti Dogs. Hashtags. So I think that Vayne's gonna be top lane against Udyr because that's just, I mean, yeah, Vayne on top against Udyr is crazy. He's able to put down so much damage on Udyr and be able to dodge out the way before he gets in too close. And that kind of says the same thing for Jinx, but I would rather be Vayne up on top. Jinx is also really good against, kind of really good against Ezreal, depending on how things happen. But I would rather have Jinx against Ezreal than Vayne against Ezreal.
Yeah, definitely. So it'll be pretty interesting, and Zillion will most likely be support, and that'll be really tiring to deal with. Just him being able to place on bombs is annoying.
Yeah, Gumbe calls it Jinx mid, Vayne top, and then Zillion with the rat on bottom.
Gumbe wanting the double AP bottom. That'd be a lot of bombs. That's the theme of YetiBot's team. Bombs. They got Ziggs throwing bombs, they got Zillion time bombs, and they got Jinx with her trap bombs and rocket bombs and bombs galore.
Did you say bombs?
Bomb.
Hey, go ahead. Bring him security. He needs to get taken out. He said the B word.
I'm saying high security words.
Tons of bombs. High security words. Bombs. Everybody get your hands up.
Get your hands up.
Get your hands up. Here we go. Gonna have some characters after the black screen. I'm just gonna talk to let you know that we're here. Any day you can load. Alright. There we go. Awesome. I really enjoy Galio, so it's fun to watch him. And Zillion has skins?
Shurima Desert Zillion.
That's awesome.
You know. Speaking of Shurima, so Magma Chamber. There's lots of theories and rumors about Magma Chamber coming out with the next huge patch, kind of like how Riot did the Freljord patch, and they made this awesome huge ordeal about it, which turned out extremely awesome. By the way, that was a really cool patch. People are speculating that they're going to be doing the same thing with the Shurima patch, where they're going to introduce a bunch of Shurima skins, and they're going to be releasing the Magma Chamber around that time. But that's all speculation.
Yeah, I like speculation. It's fun. Theory crafting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I want to play I want to play a new game for an RP card, just to keep this going. I would like to see how does it work with like football pools, but with no money involved for us. Like whoever has the closest score at the end, you guys all get to input one score, and whoever has the closest to the actual score at the end for kills, then we'll have a $10 RP card. What do you guys think about that?
I like that.
Dean doesn't. We're still going to roll the dice. I have 3 more to give away.
Dean likes the odds of him rolling the dice more than playing a game. Is it because you're not good at games, Dean?
50 to 5? I don't know. That's not a very good number to choose. That's crazy talk.
Shots fired.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
man.
you watch the first game, so you get a concept of what might happen, and I'm sure you've seen a few games before. Okay, Tyrone calls 15-8. I'm going to write this down. Oh my goodness, look at these people. They were just getting items and leaving the base again. Oh, wow. Intense. Intense.
Ooh, this is interesting. Galio, instead of picking up a sweeping lens, he did end up picking up the warding totem. So that's going to give Yetibot extra vision in the early game.
We
And
switched,
let's-
didn't we? We switched teams.
Mm-hmm.
Did they switch sides or no?
Yes, they did switch sides.
Okay.
Oh, and Yetibot taking a very offensive stance here. Shyvana's going to get caught out in that tri-brush. She's taking a bit of damage, and Ziggs is forced to flash over the wall. He went a little too deep right there. Captain gets the silence off on Zillion, and there's a stun from Targ. Zillion forced to flash over the wall. Man, U2Q bringing a lot of damage right now. Ooh, and the poke is just going left and right between these two teams. But no deaths, only a couple flashes from each side. Looks like Tark burned his flash to get the stun off, and Zillion and Ziggs ended up burning their flashes to get away.
Yep. Not too bad, not too bad. It is
So
kind of
now-
like The Price is Right. Alright, I need to write this down.
While you're writing that down, it looks like U2Q is going to go a little more on the aggressive end towards this red buff. They really want to take something away from here. So they're going to go ahead and start Shyvana on Yetibot's red buff and go from there.
No, the blue buff. You're, yeah. Dean and Tyrone, I need to know who you're calling for top. So, like Vanuan said, 18, 10 Yetibots. So they're calling 18 is to be where Yetibot's going to be. And 10 would be where U2Q is. Okay.
And man, Galio, knowing that they took his red buff, he went ahead and he's at Shyvana's Wraith right now, but she's going to spot him out there. He needs to get out of there before he takes a lot of damage from her. He drops a slow on her, and he's going to be able to roll away from there. So go ahead and check out these lanes. I called for Zillion support, but I was wrong. This is actually a Zig support.
Okay.
Just a
Zillion mid?
extremely yeah, Zillion mid, and then Ziggs' bot just throwing bombs down there with Jinx.
And then we have, we have the two against top. That's smart. They did a good idea of that. Ezreal and Eric up there. So it's going to be hard for them to hold this tower, though. Our bottom lane. E2Q's going to have a tough time with that.
I think both sides are actually going to have a problem with the 2v1 lanes, because Vayne, she's not the greatest 2v1er. Yeah, she can get some creep score with her range, but it'll still be difficult to push up against Ezreal and Targ. Galio is actually out there to help her out, so she'll be able to sustain a little longer in that lane. And meanwhile, bot lane for Yetibot is just pushing very, very hard, especially with Jinx on the team.
Right. So I only have 3 people playing for this this $10 RP card that I'm going to be giving away, all you have to do is come up with a score, who's going to win, just so I know, and not who's going to win. I mean, I just need the score. And like what they've been doing, as Venuin said, 1810 YetiBot. If you just come up with a score, you have a chance to win a $10 RP card. Or you can just give it to these three.
Oh man, and Ignite goes down on Udyr. Udyr getting a little too aggressive there, and Jinx ends up picking up the first blood. Shyvana was there, but she came in a little too late. But she will be here to hopefully defend this tower unless they go on another aggressive stance from YetiBot. So that's one kill for YetiBot right there, and we're going to come closer to these little theories that you guys have. I wonder who's going to win.
Never know. This is 5 minutes in. We have no idea.
I'm going to make a bet, and I'm going to say that Dean's going to win. No, actually, no. I'm going to say, you know, I don't like any of the scores that anyone presented. I don't like any of them. So none of you guys are going to win.
Thank you for that. We already have a tower down on bot lane here. 5 minutes and 24 seconds in. What looking on? I'm gonna look at top lane real quick. Looking up at top lane, they don't have a whole lot of damage done to this tower, and bottom lane already has that tower push. And the point of lane switching like this is so that you can either push a tower really fast or defend a tower really heavily. And in this case, it was supposed to push, and they have a hard time doing that against Vayne right now. But they have minions, so they can probably do some damage to it.
And the reason why that went so well for Vayne is because Galio actually came up there and sat in lane with her for a really good while and helped her push back Taric and Ezreal. So that was a really good rotation by Galio right there to dedicate his time as a jungler to Vayne and help her out. And right now it looks like YetiBot is going to go ahead and take this dragon. Shyvana's going to spot them out with that ward, and she's going to come around, and she really wants to go in this. But Galio ends up taking the dragon for YetiBot.
Yeah, that's going to secure the gold. They're already, roughly really close to 2,000 above. YetiBot is at 99.6, and Vayne gets stunned and popped the armor off, and then get a little bit of damage done. He's doing a good job doing some auto attacks. Which, you know, what's funny about Ezreal is a lot of times you see players, they miss using auto attacks, and they just solely rely on their Q, the Mystic Shot. Just sad because his auto attacks can do lots of damage too, and it's nice to go in between your spells.
Yeah, and earlier today I actually mentioned that Double Lift had created his own little tier list for the champions, and he actually rated Ezreal as one of the worst ones currently, and one of the reasons being is that his damage is unreliable because of all of them being skill shots. And now we got Ziggs coming up from behind Ezreal and Taric. Taric's just shattering his stuff, and they're both going to be able to walk away from this.
Yeah, bot lane is pushed out, and they can do that because they took out that tower, so there's no more pressure, technically pressure anyways, on the bottom lane, except for Udyr, who's having to deal with Galio, who's playing lane jungle. He's basically just staying in lane as much as he can, and then we have Ignites coming down on both sides, and mid lane got taken down. It was a double KO. Playing double KO magic style. Now top is going to get pushed by Jinx and Rat. Forget his name all the time. Ziggs. He's a rat. Deal with it. And now they're going to take down this tower. This is a very early tower game.
Yeah, because YetiBot was able to successfully push that bot lane. They're able to rotate, and now their original bot lane went ahead and rotated top, and now they just snagged another tower, bringing their gold lead to about 3k now.
Yeah, and that's if they can't get it together as a team to try to defend these lane switches, because they're intelligible lane switches. So now they have no pressure on top and bottom. So now they're most likely going to push either mid, or they're just going to farm it up in the jungle for a while. But they're most likely going to try to push mid and get this tower down so that they can be even further ahead.
I agree. And, you know, YetiBot actually has a good amount of sieging abilities with the help of Galio, Ziggs, and Zillion. They'll be able to press towers pretty well with all the projectiles and bombs that they have, and that'll really help keep keep UTQ off the tower and let them lay some damage into it.
They're doing the same thing they did last time when Sivir was kind of pushed away. They have Vayne farming and pushing out a lane while they have sieging happening. And they play a defensive siege. Which is strange to say, but that's what they're doing, is just playing at range. And then allowing some damage to happen to the towers, then going back a bit.
You're right, and here comes Shyvana. She's kind of debating whether to go bot or not, but looks like that she is going to turn away, and Vayne is just going to continue applying pressure onto this bot tower. Udyr is having a bit of a problem with her, and in mid we got a bunch of action going down.
Yeah. Oh man, those bombs. I don't know if you remember, we had All for One with all those Zillions. That was annoying. We watched it.
Exactly.
I can't remember who played the Zillions, but whoa. That was ridiculous. So now they have the sieging all on this mid tower, and they can't defend against it. Mid tower is going to go down to 10 minutes, all 3 towers down. They're going to push in again on the inner turret. Looks like they might be able to get it. They only have 1 person who's going to be coming up. 3 is coming in total, but they have a lot of sieging. There's so much damage. That passive that Ziggs has as well.
Ooh!
I don't know how Galio does it. Go ahead and brings it in there with that Idol of Durand. Pulls everybody in, the damage gets done. Jinx, I like that sound that she has, her passive, whenever she actually kills or assists. Oh, I'd like she's spooling up.
Exactly. Just getting on that hype mode of hers, and I also like her back animation. There she goes, riding that rocket back to base.
I think UTQ did play Zillions. And no, Dean, you can't change your vote. It's 10 minutes in. Trying to play the opposite field there.
And yeah, this is awesome right now. And Vayne's gonna get initiated on Udyr, pops his ghost. He really wants blood, but Vayne is gonna flash away. Will she be able to get away from this one? There's the ult and the tumble. Can he get the stun off? There's 1 stun, and here comes Captain from behind. He rift walks in there, gets the silence off. Ignite drops on Vayne, and she is gonna go down to Cassidy. U2Q safety. Very good rotation right there. He ends up picking up the kill, helping out Udyr a little bit right there.
You have to be careful though. They do have a Zillion coming in, and they know that they're in the woo. And I'm sure you guys have had that time where you guys have been in the bush, right? You're sitting there and you see them coming, and you're hoping that you can get away. And just as they enter the bush, you leave, and they're angry. That's funny.
Just barely made it out of there. So let's go ahead and
Nice. Yes, Dean. Rep U2Q.
they actually that's a go get me RP.
Yeah, that's repping. Whatever. He said go U2Q.
He just wants to RP. Dirty
Oh man, Ezreal is getting hit by bombs all over the place, and he's gonna get. He flashed out of there with a barrier and a heal, but he got taken out from that Ignite. I believe Ignite. I'm gonna look real quick.
Yep.
Yep. His Ignite's down.
That last tick of the night. Oh man.
Ziggs' ultimate does damage. There goes down. Kasten is getting attacked and almost gets the second bomb, but the Ignite almost kills him as well. Flash over from the Taric. He's able to save it, but Zillion's trying looking for blood with his bombs. He's a bomber. Bam.
Jeez. And you know, for a support, Ziggs is doing an incredible amount of damage. Right now, he's only got the Frost Fang and the Fiendish Codex under his belt, but he's sitting on 77 AP, which is a pretty good amount for a support.
It's pretty good. It's better than 5.
WTF? 5 APZ?
Huh? UTQ is better than TSM. Favorite team NA. Go. I need a picture of you dancing, and I'll put it up on here, Dean.
And this is going to be another dragon going under Yetibot's belt, and that's going to extend their gold lead to about 7k.
7k is a pretty good amount. I would say that's roughly a good amount in Doran's Blades.
I would say it's a good amount also.
All right.
What is that? Like, I don't know. Math.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Zillion almost getting taken down by the Ezreal, but did not. Really close. I thought he was going to pop his ultimate, but his ultimate's up. Oh my goodness!
But he gets the ult off! What a man. What a man.
Wow. That's good work, Zillion. That was crazy. And
That
he
was
backs
some
off.
clutch timing. Oh, Zigzag goes down, clears the wave. Captain goes in there. He really wants that. And Ezreal goes in there and picks up the kill on Zillion, but Vayne's here to take him out. That's the kill for CJ Bulldogs onto Ezreal.
CJ Bulldog's going in there all gargoyle style. Go get him. Get him. Speed. Yes. Oh, getting turned on Vayne. Vayne gets exhausted. He's not going to do a whole lot of damage. We got a Jinx coming in.
Oh, man.
Jinx coming in with that super mega death rocket, destroying people, spooled up, getting ready to kill. Shoots the rockets, got the long attack range. CJ Bulldogs is hoping to pick up some damage. There it is.
Oh.
One more rocket. Blingy taking him down.
And,
Intense. You know,
goodness.
our Thief is restoring my faith in the Ziggs support. I've seen it once or twice, but not very well, and I kind of like it.
Ziggs is... Whenever we see Ziggs as an AP carry, mid right now, he is extremely strong. He brings in a lot of damage and a decent amount of crowd control with the help of his satchel charge and his minefield. But right now, his... You know, he's just doing a lot of damage as a support. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I think it's where he places it.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, because he places all of these things in a very strong position where... oh, hold on a second. Jinx is getting attacked right now by Caston, but she comes around with a... Almost hits a zap, but gets that last attack with that rocket. Now she's all spooled up, getting ready to attack. Auto attack, getting attack speed augmented. Zap takes that out with the... misses his ultimate, his arcane... His barrage. Poor guy. Almost had it. That's called kiting right there, by the way. Kiting is where it's at.
Blingy, just
True shot
awesome
barrage.
performance.
Yeah, Blingy has got that that Jinx down. For sure, they're doing an amazing job. I really enjoy Jinx gameplay. The mechanics are fun. Her kit is fun. She sounds funny. She has a good spool of amusement. I really just like her all around.
She's crazy.
Cray.
Pretty crazy.
Cray.
And now look at them just working on this tower. That attack speed coming from Jinx is just coming into play right there. Switcheroo looking really good. She chunked that down really hard, and Shyvana goes in there. There's the Galio to halt UTQ's pursuit, but Galio is going to drop to Lethal Mongoose. He flashes into there. Jinx gets ulted by Zillion. Zillion isn't going to make it out, is he? Oh, he barely makes it and takes down Shyvana. And now Jinx is back up, and they're going to continue pushing on this.
Yeah, bottom lane is getting pushed by the Vayne. Vayne isn't in the fights a whole lot, doing the same thing they did last game, where they had one person pushing, trying to get as much tower damage down as possible. This is a great split push time. I've seen some good split pushes, but this is done very well. Vayne is running. What is Vayne pushing here? Vayne is running the Bork. Yeah, top lane they're trying to get away from here because we have a stun down. Wow.
Ooh.
Wombo combo on top of Jinx's face. True shot, barrage, stun, and Caston rift walking and throwing his, I don't know, what is his E called? The wow. That's what I call it.
It's called the purple wow.
Yeah. It's not called force pulls. Nope. I'll live it.
Such man, much wow. I agree.
Right now, Tyrone is looking pretty solid on this score. He bet 15-8 on Yeti, and it's 11-6. We're getting pretty close. Vanu, however, if they lead it out and they get that 8, if they get 7 more kills, then Vanuan's gonna have another RP card on his hands. So we can't let that happen.
We can't. We can't. In fact, I might DDoS this match so they can start over. I don't want this going through. I'm gonna frog in this.
Wow. All right.
Collusion.
Nice, man.
But yeah, this is pretty awesome. There goes Shyvana coming in from Vayne. She ults her into the wall, but Vayne flashes, ults, and tumbles away. Ziggs and Galio here to back her up. Galio drops his idol Duran, stops Udyr, and ends up picking up both kills on Shyvana. Wow, but Vayne does go down in that, so that's a kill for Vayne right there on top of Shyvana. Excuse me.
True. But Vayne, there was 2 for 2. So the availability for damage is there. We're 8 to 13 right now, and Ziggs looks like he's gonna live through it. Well, finishes it, gets taken out by Phoenix. That was awesome. Waiting for that Zillion to fall down. Right now it's 13 to 9. The new win.
Yeah. That was some really good timing on that Zillion ult from Ezreal. He waited that out perfectly and just simply shot an auto attack into Ziggs' head and picked up that kill.
Yeah, so this is looking really strong. They're 10k gold ahead right now. Yetibot is really doing a really good job pushing, having all these towers down, having global gold everywhere, dragons, and as of right now, we have. Normally we'd have seen Yetibot going towards dragon, but it's not. We have U2Q pushing in on dragon, and they're gonna get it. So this is the first dragon that they've taken away from them, from Yetibot, these 2 games. Global gold.
That's gonna reduce their gold deficit to about. This is not much better. It's fluctuating right now. About 8k. I can't do math. Don't worry about it.
So we got Vayne coming
9K.
in and taking Openjism out of there, and it looks like Cassian's just going to try to take away from there too, because that's a really scary area. Oh, there's 4 folks there.
Yeah, and I wanted to comment on Yetibot's team composition. At first glance, it looks a little ridiculous. It looks very random, and it just doesn't make that much sense. But if you take a closer look at it, you got 2 AD carries, and Galio does an awesome job of peeling everyone off of those 80 carries with his idol Duran. And then on top of that, Zillion, if something does get through, Zillion can just ult one of those 80 carries and bring them back alive. So really, they've got a lot of damage coming down.
Yeah, and we're going to send you to basic math course. And the new one is getting you.
Well, see, it wasn't quite 9k because it was like 8 point something k. So
we got a fight happening here. Shyvana just looking crazy all up in here, just jumping in as much as possible. Openjism trying to take out some damage, but Idol and Duran going to go down and hold people in their tracks. It's just mega death rockets raining down on their face. Vayne attacking the Ezreal, poor guy, and they're going to take down this turret or this inhibitor. Inhibitor gets taken down, and they say, you know what? I don't want to push any further, except I'm going to make sure that I take out. You going to get it? Yes! Invulnerability attack.
There goes
that ultimate was done so they can take down a turret. That is impressive.
And look at Jinx just pounding away at this Nexus turret alone. She has so much attack speed. And she hardly has any attack speed items, but her switcheroo just allows her to just constantly pound away at towers. It's insane how much attack speed she gets from that.
I still love that sound. Oh man, looking up top is Openjism versus Vayne. Really low life, but we have tumbles everywhere. Oh my goodness, it's a double KO! That was beautiful. And we have another one, Shyvana versus our Thief. We got Shyvana jumping around, just burning around in a bunch of circles. Gonna get slowed down. That's Purple's tower right there.
Oh, awesome! That was great, and here comes Blingy to help him out, just shooting away at Shyvana. That was a great satchel charge by Art Thief right there. And there goes the Ziggs ult. Can it kill? Nope. And Super Mega Death Rocket misses Shyvana. She flashes in, and Shyvana ults away, and wow!
Inches. Yeah, Shyvana just felt her former life peeking in, saying, "You're gonna die," and then she flashed out of there, ultra with her dragon form. She's Foos. Yeah, these guys are really low. Oh my goodness! Idol and Duran gonna get popped. doesn't die because he's getting healed himself. Gets taken off from his Q. Galio throws down his resolute smite, staring at them, but Kassadin's going to go ahead and take a bunch of damage on top of his face. We do have Kassadin versus Jinx right now. Jinx just throwing down the damage. She is going to back away with very little life. But then Shyvana yet again going in crazy. There is there's a bomb and an ultimate on top.
Oh,
Well, you
there's
gotta
the
get out of there! Oh, you're put against the wall across the way.
Wow!
Wow.
What an awesome condemn from Vayne across the wall. That was perfect. Oh, jeez.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. We're 1913, so Vanuin, by the way. You got it.
No, he doesn't. Don't say that.
Yeah, he has it. He's the only one that has the high number for Yeti.
Nope. Oh man, Ezreal going in there and picks up the kill on Ziggs. Wow, that burst from Ezreal was incredible. And I agree with you, Never.
Yeah, Nerero. Lots of no health. How do you pronounce that? Is that right? Nero, Rio, yo?
Nero.
Nero. Got it. Bombs going down on. Here comes. There's
There's
bombs
so
everywhere.
many bombs. There's so many bombs.
I'm gonna say Galio's Resolute Smite is kind of like a bomb. Kind of like
It pretty
comes
much
out.
is. I mean, when he goes Idle Durand and he comes out of it, he explodes.
Jackwolf, this is a really great article here. If you guys check this out, if you're in here, click on this article and check it out. League of Legends really has done that for us. Riot is also hiring a lot of people for esports. Attack speed, Jinx. Yeah, so we have Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. Baron looking pretty tasty right now. I'd like to see a Baron dance sometime. And there's also an open inhibitor.
Yeah. Right now we're sitting at about an 11k lead for Yeti bot, and they're just kind of farming up right now. There goes Vayne. She's tumbling in there, lays a bit of damage, and Ziggs throws a satchel charge at Ezreal. But here comes Shyvana from behind. She takes a lot of damage. Tart coming in with Udyr. Idle Durand goes down, and looks like Galio gets dropped, but he was ulted by Zillion, and Shyvana gets pushed around by Vayne, and she ends up dropping. No deaths for Yeti bot because of that Zillion though, and now they're just gonna push this tower down.
Yeah, that Zillion ult really helped out, and that makes sense. You know, Galio was able to pull him in, gets ulted, even if he's going to die, they still stop all of them in their tracks. Vayne is going to get taken down from the Taric and also the Ezreal. However, Nexus is coming around here, and that's it. Good game. Yetibot moves on to the championship.
Yetibot looking very strong. I didn't think a Yetibot could make it so far in a tournament, but really, they're proving me wrong. Yetis and robots. Doesn't make quite much sense. You know.
Yeah, nah.
But that was a great performance right there with a rather unorthodox team. The Galio jungle and the Zillion mid really came through from them, especially in that last fight where Zillion got that clutch ult on Galio and he ended up living through that. So that was perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, that's what the team comp I was talking about. Galio was just able to